Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another Onyx stream. Let me quickly check my headset volume because that is maybe a little bit low. So we might, or I might need to plug it in. No, it's fine. Okay. Alright. Hello, hello, and welcome. So there is one bigger thing that I would want to do today, which is last time we wanted to add the edit again, but then I realized that it won't work how I imagined it to work, basically. So probably I would do it a little different. I don't know that I think about it, well, because I just before the stream I realized that it might not work how I would want it to work. So I was like briefly considering to change it again. But I think I will just keep it. And we will re-evaluate if we really need to change it. I think. Because there is a lot of benefits of the system that I came up with. It's just one downside, which I'm not sure if it realistically is a downside. Yeah. So yeah, the idea would be that we create something like an octree for word chunks. Let me... Do I still have it open? Probably. I need to add that file to the... I don't have it open, unfortunate. Well, maybe I have it. So that's the data folder, right? That's not what we want. I would want... Okay, well it doesn't... It don't have that folder. Cool. So... Probably I want this folder actually open. Okay. No, cancel. Can I open this somehow? Okay. Open folder. Nah, I don't need that probably. Alright, and then here we can finally go to source definitions of volume. I need to restructure a lot of stuff here, but basically here words bars. What did I call it? Words bars octree node. I don't think we need more than that for now. I mean, not for testing at least, I think. We might need more down the line. But the idea would be I build an oak tree outside of the world, basically, or outside of the not outside of the world. Well, I build an oak tree around the world with like at least like, let's say 4 levels or something like that deep. And we send that, and I built that for now on the CPU. We send it to the GPU and we use that to determine basically what is streamed in, what we need to render for the terrain. So we will build it here because that's where we come in when we initialize our terrain, right? So we init our world oak tree. We probably want a different system for that, but it's fine for now. So the idea would be, let's add a couple of things, probably for now to the runtime actually. So we do that word SVO root, right? Well, actually, oh, it's not so easy actually. Actually, probably want to have a dynamic array of those, and the first one is just a root. First node is root. Oh, that will be actually... Oh, that would be actually interesting. Hold on. Does that work actually, what I'm trying to do here? Maybe I'm overthinking it for now, actually. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe we just do... Yeah, maybe we actually do that. Let's keep it simple for now. Buffer handle, active chunks. And here we basically just do use 64 for now. Well, the size of U64 can be changed to U in 32. Contiguous? Isn't that how you write contiguous? Somehow like that, right? Well, almost. Almost got it right. Actually, I forgot to open Twitch on my second monitor. Alright. So we do that, and then we have the active chunk buffer here, which we basically have to do that, and that. We just do that. Perfect. And now we do terrain component active chunks is M, well, API create buffer active chunks buffer props. I really don't like... Why did I do it like that? Because it could remap, right? I think that's why, because if it's already an active buffer, we want to... Although for buffers it might not make sense, but for images we can alias it, right? Although all of that... for images we have to give it in. No, not actually, wait, don't. I'm not sure why we actually do that. Why did I do it like that? Probably there was a reason. I don't see it right now, why I would do it. Yeah, I'm not sure. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Yeah, I'm thinking it's garbage. Could clean it up. But whatever. Not for now. Will come on the to-do list basically. So we put that here. This is the size of this times our max chunk count, which we have to get. And the max chunk count comes from two things. So either U32 max chunk count. It's either our dimensions, that, well, yeah, so it's a little bit more complicated. So if that is, well, could we do an STD? Can I do an STD min? No, right? Because if it's -1, don't want to take that. And the clamp. Doesn't make any sense either, so we have to basically do it manually. So if that is -1, then we do basically our max. Okay, two things. Max chunk count is our graphics API. Get camera. Maybe few. Oh, okay, no, that's not it. So I guess we get the frame context. That's stupid. Let's add that. Doesn't really make sense that we only have we don't have that, that's why. Okay, I see. But we can wrap that away. And I think that makes a little bit more sense for people. But we only give you a const version of that back. Far plane divided by our terrain settings chunk size. Right? So that would basically give us oh well, and then we probably seal, right? And that gives us back does that work? I mean, that works. It's not the nicest thing, but whatever. Okay, cool. So that's the max chunk count, and then we have our Onyx U32. is basically we check in every direction. So terrain settings, dimensions in X. If it is -1, then we do max chunk count as we take our terrain settings. Dimension X. Like that. Times Y. Y. And then Z. And that's basically that. And we probably want to do as well a min of this and while this part here. Well, actually max chunk count, right? Wait, can I? Oh yeah, no. Kinda have to do either or. So that way we establish at least that we are not going beyond the far plane, because it doesn't really make sense that our active chunks have more entries than what our far plane can handle. And then this is chunk count. And that is basically our active chunks. We allocate that. And that's about it. Then when we initialize our chunks, we can push a couple of things in there, which is, yeah, that part makes sense. Then we do another one, UX, Onyx U64, active. We basically fill that. So that is terrain. Oh, we don't have that here, or what? I mean, we have the volume chunk index, right? So that we have, but currently don't have. All right. Let's add an ugly next buffer here. Volume chunk get, well, active chunks get GPU address. Well, actually, we currently don't write the index in there, but we should. We should write the index in, but we don't. For now. We will actually parse in the GPU address. Which I'm not sure if I can use that. It's another topic, I guess. Oh, maybe I can, right? I probably can. I think I have an idea how. Actually, we might. Well, yeah, we still do that. It's fine. So we do that, we go here and we write in chunk, well, sorry, terrain, active chunks. It's not the nicest code. Hey, Capuche. Welcome, welcome. We have to clean up a lot of things here, but for now I would want to get it to work and then we iterate from that point onwards. Yeah, we do this. And I think I can then re-evaluate that part here, but let's do one step at a time. So we can close that, open that. Nope, not that. Still the shaders. Compute volume init. Yeah. So, oh, okay, well, yeah. Or maybe the init is done wrong. Maybe I don't put it here. I mean, it's kind of... no, it has to be here, right? Yeah, it has to be here because we want to have the chunk basically. Question is, well, let's keep it like that for now. And then let's... Yeah. A little bit confusing, not gonna lie. Maybe we... So I would want to have that write-only buffer active chunks. And then this is basically... How can I do that? Let me check again. Alpha device address, Vulkan documentation. Is there a type that I can use? Because it says UN64, but... So does that exist then, or what? The UN64? I mean, that's pretty nice. Still not sure how I would do that entirely, but... Don't get that part. I mean, I guess... Oh, I guess I can... just do that then. So I can probably do... this... or... chunks... chunk addresses... or... yeah, chunks. Now we have here UN64T. Well, actually, no, we have this here. Active chunks. I really need to find a better way how to name those things. And now we have one U and chunk index, which we currently don't really use. We should store the chunk index in the... I mean, probably I can actually. Right? Probably I can. Oh no, I can't, because we don't have one contiguous memory of those grids. So what we do is active chunks pointer chunks. Chunk index is our uConstants grid pointer. Which I think we need to cast to a U in 64T. Which I'm not sure, do I need to do load pointer? Why do I need that? But I mean, I guess we can do it, I don't know. So we do active, well, active chunks, I think. Pointer. Oh, well, maybe not. Oh, that is really the buffer name. So I guess it's this pointer, load pointer. Well, actually, sorry, it's grid. Grid pointer. And then this is that. Although, does that work? Hold on. No, that looks sus. I think that's not it. I think we can just do uint 64T of our grid pointer. I do think that should be good enough. So that will do this thing. I mean, that is probably not enough, but I don't know. We will find out. Where that is U constants chunk index. I mean, that might actually be almost good enough, I think. It might actually work how I imagine it to work, but let's see. Yeah, let's see. More or less. Actually, we might. Yeah, with an offset it would be so much more easy, like that much simpler. We might actually do that eventually, but whatever. So we push that in. That should already hopefully work without us doing anything else. Can I maybe check that somehow? I mean, we can probably start, but I'm not sure if we would see it in render doc. How was your day, Capuche man? You had a good one so far? Enjoyed Cake's stream as well today? Or did you have something to do? Yeah, it was good. Got some good stuff done at work. So I can't complain too much. Playing right now, can't talk much. Ah, okay. Yeah, no worries. Once you have time, what are you playing? It's like the next question that I would have. But yeah, take your time until you have time to answer that. Alright, so while that is unfortunate, we have a crash. Because again, I did a mistake as usual. Because probably something stupid. Unexpected identifier 25. Why is it the UN64 that you don't like? I kinda assumed that. I think there is an extension for that though. No, not that. I think it's not VK add flags, right? Yeah, I mean... Or is it that we are not allowed to do that? I mean, I can as well do... I think that is working, right? That is at least how they did it on the example. Point those positions. position. Not quite sure why it called positions here, but okay. But yeah, that should work. I think it should work like that. Volume 49. I mean, I guess we could just do that then. Does that work? Vector's a little too long. Oh. That was a mistake. Perfect. Okay, so that still worked. So let's open render doc. Let's see if we have something in that buffer or not. I hope I can see it. Resource inspector. Active chunks. Perfect. I mean, that looks like something. That looks pretty good. And we have four entries? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? 4 entries. Oh, actually, we can probably check that right here. Oh yeah, we have four draws. Okay, that's good. That's good. Overwatch 2. Okay. Interesting. I mean, I thought that the game is kinda dead. But maybe not, I guess. Maybe not. It's actually... Why did it do what it did there? Something I would want to know as well. So we do that. Interesting, we initialize it here already once. It's probably... No, I mean, it actually technically is correct to do that. $512, so that makes sense, right? Because its max chunk count is Hmm. Okay, then maybe it doesn't make sense. How come we do that? Shouldn't that be way bigger? Or is it because we wrap around? Maybe we wrap around, right? Kerk 2 times 2032 times 2032. Yeah. The chunk size is 32, which is a little bit small anyways, but we have the space for that, so if that's, and then we do an 8 times that. Bytes to kilobytes. It's okay. It's a little bit big, but it's fine. I think we should be able to handle that, so do an S32 here. Should be fine in terms of size. Yeah. Alright, so then we do that. We go here, that's fine. Then we do this. And then we have here 2. And now we have proper size, yeah. So how much is that? I think we didn't miscalculate that, right? So that's like 66 MB, like, yeah, that's... It's not the end of the world. It's not perfect, but it's not the end of the world. But it's quite a big buffer. Maybe we actually limit it and we need to... We need to toggle that it's infinite, right? Maybe. Whatever, let's deal with that later. So we have that. And then we fill it, which we should be able to do now as well. And then we run this part, which is kind of fine. We could make the active chunk actually bigger than that. Oh, that's actually one thing. Because if I do what I planned to do now, that might actually not be the smartest thing to do. Because if I edit on the chunk borders, I kinda need to take that into account, which I probably wouldn't do currently. I mean, I guess we can figure that out later. Voxel grid GPU address. And then we have this. I'm wondering if it would make sense to have that stuff allocated in like one place. Or at least we have... Actually, let's do that. Hello, Captain Chica. So we don't do... We basically do that 2 times. Because we will have 2 U64s in there. So that is basically one struct of chunk. We have a grid voxel grid, and then we have another thing which is... What do we actually need for the edit? The voxel grid. Ah, and then we kicked off, based on that, the generate. Which needs more things. It sucks. Okay. Can't do it like that. Can't do it like that. You know what? Fuck it for now. We will do it not optimized. And now we will optimize it later. So basically we do this dispatch here with the active chunk here. And we do that only once, I think, right? So not per chunk, but only once. We can get rid of that because we don't need that for the edit. Why am I fighting myself about using GLFW? I don't know why you would. It's a good thing. I would use it by now if I would use it by now. That's it. There's no if. Yeah. Does it really matter? Or is it every frame? That is another thing. Is it only once that it does that at startup? Because then maybe you don't really need to care about it, right? How do we handle? In this case, where we do that, how does Vulkan know what to transition? Don't I need to transition stuff to shader read and stuff like that? How does it do that? Oh wait, how about... Yeah, I'm not sure how it actually handles it. Let's leave the barriers for now. Even though it's probably going to break because of that. So I think I can get rid of this. Yeah. I don't know. There's a ton of projects using GLFW, so I don't think it can be that big of a problem, but I mean, yeah. Not saying it's the best to do that, but yeah. I don't know. Nope, I'm not. Don't worry, I'm not. That is way out of my pay grade, so I am not going to argue with that. Or on that with you, because it's definitely something I'm not too familiar with. Return. Then get a raise, problem solved. I'm not sure if it works like that. I would want it to work like that. But first volume chunk. Again, this is the most ugliest shit ever. Wait. Why is that the create? Oh my god, I'm changing the wrong thing. God damn it. No. Okay, so we leave that as is, more or less. Well, yeah. Now we need more. Okay, so we leave it as this. Right? Wait, what if I use Java, then I don't have to worry about the... No, just call garbage collect and everything will be fine. Lua. Who needs native Linux bindings? So why did I do that and not the actual thing that I wanted to do? So here. That was the part that I wanted to change, yes. So we take this, we take that, we take that back. See, life's not easy when you get paid to make stuff that opens DLLs. Yeah, assembly, or you go back to one of the, you know, like the old machines where you have your, what is it? What is the English term for it? Wait. Kinda knew it, but then it slipped my mind. Punch card. Yeah. Get one of the punch cards, write your program on that, and then you don't load anything, right? It just... What the fuck just happened? Oh, my phone just... Can you please stop? Stupid phone. Yeah, so we shoot the ray. Like that. Now we don't do... Let's for now not do any of that part. And when we get that, we get the cell size. We get the active chunks buffer and Onyx U32 active chunks count. That might be it. So we do here active chunks buffer is terrain, while the runtime 1. Active chunks get GPU address, constants active chunks count is basically terrain chunks size as a static cast U32. Now I'll just use GLFW and see if too many data opens. I will. Well, that's one way, writing it yourself, but yeah, I cannot recommend that. Been there, done that, or like been there only for Windows and it was already a pain. Yeah, sure. Show me your favorite logger implementation. Don't mind seeing that. All right, so we do this part and then we bind the push constants and dispatch this one time. What is that? Automate. Okay. Whatever. Don't understand the reason or the intent behind it, but functions for logging human readable messages. Log error fatal. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. What? Why would you... I guess there is a reason, but I don't understand why you would do it on the destructor, but okay. Fascinating approach. Especially he doesn't have anything... Or do you build a log entry and then... Oh, I guess you build the buffer on the fly maybe? I don't know. Kinda weird. But okay. Logger is just an std function with a log entry. Okay. I don't know, I hate it. I think I hate it. I'm not sure why, but I kinda not like how that is done. can't put why, but yeah. Log indent, log unindent. Okay. What about things that don't even support indentation? But okay, like backends that don't even support indentation. I need to see the CPP of that. Log H. So that was everything, right? Oh my god. Why would you allow that? But okay, maybe there is a reason, I don't know. But that's a very weird to have every NSEC defined, but okay. Whatever. So we have the logger, the default logger in place there. What? Buffer plus equal. Is the buffer just a string? Oh yeah, okay, it is. That is hard to watch for me. I would want to reserve it at least and then do this. To force compiler to not optimize buffer straight away. Log entry, log level F. And then this. What is F? Is it the format function or what? I guess, yeah. I mean, that's a very Python inspired thing. Just an F here. At least I saw that in Python last time, but... Don't really like that as well, that you put the log message and copy it into all the loggers. Ah, or maybe it's a reference, but still. But I guess it's fine because he probably flushes it right away, I assume. So it's not really that big of a deal. Yeah, it's fine. I wouldn't do it like that, but it's fine, I think. I still think it's kind of weird that you do it in the destructor, but I can see that, yeah, you can then concatenate messages together, I guess. Not really sure when you would need that. But okay. Because if you already write like your example with error out message out message 2, why not have it as one and or have a format and then format it in, right, and do one message, because you already know that it's 2 errors anyways. So it's a bit, yeah, but I guess that's just preference. I don't know. So we do this. And then let's just go over each chunk. So we do this, and we do this once basically. So we do that once, then we dispatch, and then we we go over each chunk here. Let's do that for now. Oh, we need more than that, right? Oh, we have the push constants here for... Yeah, okay. And then we go do this, and we go over all the chunks and do this part here. This. Where we basically say update them. This should be moved. That we will do in the general, like in the step where we clean it up. But then here in the generate mesh path, we basically need this part. Like that. Well, and the cell size, but... Okay, god damn it. Fuck that up. This and everything off here. And now we go back to our terrain panel. Get rid of that. Put that here. Volume chunk, volume chunk. Isn't that it? Oh, we don't have that information or what? Okay. Well, luckily we still have. Let's save that out, I guess. Is 32, I don't know, resolution. Oh, it's a U32. All right. Terrain resolution. Actually, we can do that inside here. Terrain resolution. Terrain resolution. Chunk world size. And then we... Okay, never mind. F32, yeah. Let's make them cons just to be clear that you should not be changing those. We probably don't need that actually. Might not even need that then. Oh no, we do need that. Or no, I mean, technically we don't. We could access it. Let's get them from the generate mesh. Terrain panel. So this would actually just be terrain. Active chunks. I don't know, let's keep it the same, right? So volume chunk. Voxel grid. Get GPU address. I think we just pass in 0 here. Because we don't support that for now. Now we push that into the compute buffer and we update all of them for now, which is a little bit unnecessary, but what can you do? This will horribly fail anyways. Okay, so we need to change the edit push constants. So here we get this is the voxel grid, which is basically volume chunk. Like that, and then here that is that. And then for now, what do we do? Oh. Well, that sucks. To say the least. We don't have a position for the chunk. Because the whole voxel grid, they are all in local space. So we will hit all of them. Unfortunate. I mean, actually, hold on, maybe we... My eyes. Hold on, actually we can do it different. So we get the active chunk here. And then we could get a uint chunk index. Now we can get another vec3, which is the offset. Or like position. Let's do chunk index here. Ah, that sucks. How do we align that properly? Do I need anything else? Because that kinda sucks. Guess the most... Oh, it doesn't really matter. It's fucked either way. I mean, I guess we could do a vec4. But even that doesn't help us at all. We are missing like one thing. I mean, it can do it like that. So we do this. Then we do active chunks and the two mouse position. Well, actually we can flip it because then logically it's at least somewhat together, and then that, and we have 3 spaces padding. And then actually everything kind of works out again. So we do this. Here we do from vec 3000 to well, actually not really. Vec 3 chunk position is our U constants position. Max or chunk max is u plus vec3 of our cell size. That should do that, and then we have here chunk position, chunk max. That should hopefully work. Then the grid size is basically if why do we do that? I'm not sure anymore why we did that. And that is definitely not correct anymore. Probably need to offset that back to 0 basically. Is current point minus the u constants position. Local hit position. We don't do any transformation with like rotation or scaling here for now. So that should be basically, I think, this. We might be able to do a local hit, but then we need to do the ray into local space, which, we don't do that for now. I think that would be more efficient, but grid size. Isn't that just our cell? No, it's not our cell size, it would be our resolution, which we currently don't feed in. We probably should do that though. Let's not do that for now. Let's hard code it at 64 in the editor to convert the local position to voxel coordinate. We do that. We do this, and yeah, this is fine for now. Don't really care about that. This though is not the voxel grid here. We need to do active chunks. Add chunks, add u constants chunk index. And then in that one, we can do voxel grid. And in that one, we do the voxel index. That should do it, I think. And then this one is as well edit voxel index. I think that's it, but I'm not sure. We will find out. the hard way. That position though. U constants transform plus U constants position plus that, and the sphere center. Oh yeah, it's the hit position. Which does that make sense? I mean, probably. I mean, we added a couple of... I think currently that is a little bit sus because we will add it potentially to places. Which is not what we want. We would need to stop. When we have a... like, we need to stop at the closest hit, basically. But that could work. But we need to rewrite that a little bit. But let's first see if that kind of works. If in theory it works. But then we need to put... we should do that only once. But for now, we will still do it per terrain chunk. We do this once. And then here, yeah, we do that. And we do here volume chunk, voxel grid, that should work. You really want to have this as a const or what? Huh? Oh, okay, we are const, but we don't want it const, I guess. Alright, then let's not do that for now. Even though it would be better to have it const, but we can deal with that at a later point. So we do this. Don't we need to... basically when we are done with that dispatch, we make it a read again. And then we make those read as well. Mesh vertices and indirect draw buffer, we make those read. Readable. Then we do that and we make them indirect and vertex read again at the end. Hello, G-Day Bobby. Welcome, welcome. Late, but better late than never. God damn it, what did I do? Alright, that works. Alright, so in theory... I think in theory that should work. So we restructured that part right in the shader. So we have position and cell size. Vector 3F, position. And cell size. Then we have mouse position and the active chunks buffer. And then we have one active chunks count. Which we now actually have to chunk index basically. Yeah, we do. We do. Don't think I have it right now anymore, because I killed it. So that should be how we want to do it, but for now we do it here, chunk index, and that is that. I mean, it's not ray tracing, right? We are not ray tracing voxels. I am building a mesh out of the voxels on the GPU. It's not ray tracing. Because I don't think you can... I just don't think it's there yet that you can do a high fidelity game with ray traced voxels. I don't... we are close and maybe... No, I don't think it's currently at like the detail level that I would want to get. You can get already pretty close, but not entirely there. I think the best one is... What is that game called? It's like a weird game where you can... When you're on a construction site, I think it's by one guy from Sweden. God, I forgot it. Games. let's try that. Is it this one? Maybe? Watch on YouTube. Is it that one? Teardown, yes. So that one is pretty much...
What's up, everybody?
I think, but you can see that it's still, I mean, it already looks pretty good, but it's still a little bit too blocky for me. But I think as soon as you go into like the area where you wouldn't see the voxels anymore, I think it's unusable. Or like it doesn't have the frame rate anymore, right? But that's pretty close to what you can currently do, I think. I mean, if you have a separate, different solution, let me know for the ray tracing. I mean, Minecraft is a good game. I mean, it's well developed by now and well optimized. I wouldn't say it's the best voxel game, but it's a good one. But I'm not sure if I would say it's the best one. To be honest, I think actually, in my opinion, maybe I'm biased. What is it? How could I find a nice video for that? I guess there is not really a good video. Oh, no, there is. Maybe that one. So I think Zoo Tycoon is, in my opinion, the best voxel game that I saw in a long time. And you would wonder that it's not, like, is it voxel? But yes, it is. Because you can do overhangs. I don't know if he, I think in the thumbnail I saw that he does one. Yeah, exactly like here. Well, it's not always about money what makes a good game, or I would say, but I don't know. So in my opinion, this is by far the best voxel game out there in terms of tech. I mean, maybe there is a new one already that does it better, but that was like the most impressive one that I saw. Because it runs pretty much at 60 FPS or more. And you can freely edit it and everything. They use margin cubes though for it, I think. By the looks of it, it's just a normal margin cubes. Well, I would love that, but, well, actually, I don't know. At that point, if they would pay me that much money, I don't know if I would sell it, because then it has to be already worth something, right? For them to give me that much money. So I don't know if I would sell it to them. That's the naive me saying that now that I don't have an offer, right? At that point it would be... yeah. True. So yeah, I would say that one is the best. And that's basically where I want to get with my editor, right? That you have the same feel that you have with the Zoo Tycoon editor. In that case, I will sue you as long as I can download R6. R6 is... Actually, I need to try out the new update. I didn't play it... Actually, since I left. I played it a couple of times after I left Ubisoft Barcelona. But once I started at Massive and worked like on Avatar, I had like so little time to play. So currently on the GPU I have uniform grid, which is not optimal. On the CPU implementation I had an octree, yes. So here you can see on the CPU version there is an octree. On the GPU there is no octree yet. It's a uniform grid because it was easier to get something up and running, but it will eventually become an octree again. Not so much sparse though, because I will mostly keep the chunks very small, I would say. The plan is that the chunks are not like the word chunks that we then patch together, they should be fairly small. So I would hopefully get away without making it sparse, but I don't know. Let's see. You know what kind of voxels I have? Non-existent and bugless. No, you say, you know what kind of voxels I have? Air voxels, and they are all air. And then it's perfectly meshed, right? Because you don't have any surface. And it's easy to add the other types, you just don't need them now. Air is good enough. Oh, we had a crash. So edit volume shader, compute O shader 19. Hey, easy there, I don't even have a window. True. Ah, wait, that is wrong, of course, right? We need to do it like that. Edit volume. So that is actually a read-only buffer, because we don't change that. And that is a write. Well, that is a buffer. We do both read and write here. Voxel struct. Where do we use that? Oh. Wait a second. Shouldn't you be that? You think kernel developer can open a window? Yes, I can, but then is he... Good one. That was a good one. Not gonna lie. Stop it. Oh, well, okay, yes, you're right. Never mind. I'm at fault. You are correct, dear shader compiler. All right. Well, almost. Cell size undeclared identifier. Perfect. No, I'm good, thank you. I am good. Been there, don't need to do it again. No, it actually, to be honest, I kinda miss Barcelona a little bit. It's was really nice living there. The people are super nice and very welcoming and open. Compared to, for example, when I was living in Sweden, it was really hard to do stuff outside of work because they were mostly in their own bubble of friends. So that was kind of hard then. But I mean, living there in general was easier overall, I would say. But yeah. What? Grid size? Unexpected dot in 108. Am I blind? I guess I am blind because I don't really understand what he wants from me. Don't sweets plan coffee meeting for like 3 weeks. I'm not sure about that. I would say that's maybe more a stereotype of Germans, I would say, probably. But even that is not true entirely. I wouldn't say that they were like super strict or organized, or like not like worse than, for example, I mean, okay, Spain was a bit laid back and you had meetings and people came 10 minutes late, so yeah, it was more organized than that, but Well, how do people in Croatia do it? Probably very similar to Spain, or I would assume, but maybe that's like wrong, my assumption. A 108, but what? Error, syntax error, unexpected dot, expecting left parent. Is it voxel grid? No. I will do that. You come, stay for 3 hours, stay for 2 more and leave. Okay. That's what Google Translate says. Wait, where is my browser? Hello? Google? Ah, yeah. You come, stay for 3 hours, stay for 2 more. And leave. I mean, that is very, very similar to the feeling I got in Spain, to be honest. Is it maybe that no, I should be able to do that, right? Because that was done before. Yep, that's how we do coffee meetings. I see. Well, that's nice. Active. Oh, that's stupid, right? It's u constants active chunks. Right? Well, actually active chunks pointer. It's that. Dot chunks. Dot whatever. It's the ugliest thing ever, but what can you do? I'm not sure. I need to Google if there is maybe a better way to do that. Like maybe you can cache that somehow. Yeah, active chunks is the struct, not the actual pointer. You are right. That's what I figured out at the same time as, well, more or less at the same time as you were writing. All right. That's not so bad. What do we do here? Create buffer. Which buffer are you complaining about, Oh, okay, well... How come we are 0? Oh, is my far plane 0, maybe? Probably right. If I would have to guess, my far plane is probably 0. Yeah. Okay, in that case, if we don't have that, if our frame context view constants far is 0, well, actually, let's not do it like that. Let's do it here if chunk count is 0, we just return. We should probably clear whatever we have allocated at that point, but whatever. Don't care for that for now. Resolution. So we do resolution smaller. Size we need to do at 64 for the edit. And then let's put 2. And then we crash. Perfect on the edit. Alright, so that kinda blows. That is interesting. My shader is empty. Am I not calling this? No, I am. Isn't that the rate? Oh, god damn it. I see. Yes, I do. You mean the Vulkan validation? Yeah. Or which one? But yes, I do I capture all the debug utils messenger. I capture all the validation errors and then format them and attach as well the object to it if I have object info on it. Thank you that I'm happy that I had one smart idea at least. Yeah, so actually we need to do this shader effect here because we don't have the ray trace shader yet. The ray trace shader will come. So we do 8, 64, then we do a material, and we do that 3 planar, and let's actually save that. So that we have, I think it's this one. We will find out. Let's restart actually. Looks good. Perfect. And now the only thing we need to change is this. And then we have a crash, I think. Yes. Did my stream die? No, we didn't. But we kinda went nuts. Alright, let's do one step at a time. Let's not... Well, actually... No, that should be fine, right? Shouldn't that be fine? times equals our resolution. Can reset it here then. Oops. So we don't need it in that part for now. But I wanted to maybe not do that part yet. Let's only do the ray trace for now and see if that crashes or not. Let's get rid of that. Because that shouldn't crash. Famous last words. We have our constants, position, cell size. Oh well, we need the constants. Position is chunk position. I mean, that was maybe a problem. Never mind. Cell size we push, active chunks buffer we push, and the chunk index we push. Should be fine. Oh, well, actually, that's wrong. Is it? Wait. Yeah, no, that is fine. So if my stream crashes, it's because we have a GPU crash. It could happen. Okay. We don't crash, so it's not in the edit or like in the ray trace. It was in this one. Which I'm curious, why would that be? What's different to... What's different to the other part? Is that exactly how it's done in the draw command? Vertices, voxel grid, chunk position, cell size. And the cell size is the same, right? So cell size, yeah. Should be fine. But I guess it's not. Goodbye stream, probably. Pretty much. But it's... Why would that crash? Shouldn't that work? Why would that be a problem? Oh, oops. It's not it. Because we're not using this vertex count. Is it maybe that... But even that, it wouldn't change anything. But we can't leave that like that because we are doing that in local space. So that should be fine. But let's comment out one more time the generate. Just to be sure. I'm confused. That should work. Wait, is that really? Or whatever. So yeah, that doesn't do anything. So that's fine. So it's really in the edit that we die, but I don't understand. Don't really understand why. Generate mesh path. So that's the volume chunk resolution and the terrain thing like that. Fascinating. I mean, that should... Unless we kind of... But I doubt that we have like something wrong here. No, that looks fine. Then we have one dispatch. And all of those are valid. And we generate the mesh shader, push the constants, do that. That all looks fine. Then we crash, yeah. Why do we crash though? Oh, maybe it's that push constant thing. Overlapping offset 0 and size 40. What? Say what again? Size 40. This one or what? What is it that you're... Do not contain... And we only get the one... Well, actually, yeah, okay, we get it 2 times. But we only get it... Yeah, we only get it because... Overlapping offset 0 and size 48. Why is it that we need here back 3 padding? Now we are 48. Then here we need what? That's a vec 2. So we need 1 padding here. And in the edit here we need a vec 3 padding, and here we have the vec 3 padding. It's weird that... Is that really what he does not like? Let's see if it crashes. Probably it will. Yes. But why do you say it's not a... What? I don't get it. What are you on about? Holy... Dear stupid thing. $48, $48, $48, $48. So those are... Aren't those that? Yeah. But isn't that how we layout it? We have Vec3 position and the float cell size, Vec2 house position, then a U64, then one U32 and padding. Alright, well, let's see. Let's add a space here. Shader compiler. Push. Buffer size is 60. What? What? Why would you be 60? We have 6 members. Why would you... Do I not understand something here? Why would you be 60? Buffer reference, blah blah blah. Buffer reference line 8. Why would you be 60? I don't get that. Does that change anything? Why would that be 60? How do you get to 60 here? Okay. Hell no. We do that as well. And now I would want to see it. Which one are you? Shader path. Generate volume. Yeah, that one is. And then buffer size. Ah. 76. It's even more fascinating. Oh, but maybe Maybe that's... No, that's definitely as well not correct. Graph... Why does he not complain about that anyways as well? Because here we say 65. Ah, but I mean, let's set the vec3 padding. There. And we're still at 64. Oh, but hold on. If... Okay, well, that is actually a bit busted what I do here, right? Although, no, that's fine, because that's 4 and 4. Well, that's 8 and 8, so it's 16. And then this is 16. And then this is 16 again. And that would be 16. So I would understand 64. I don't really understand. When do I get the error? Do I get it when I... No, I get it when I edit it. Right? So I don't get the error when I build it, right? Oh, I do actually. Fascinating. So I get the error already when I generate the mesh. But then maybe that's the thing that he wants to have this padded correctly, so... Stas, and then here one padding. Right. Which is 48. And then this is 65, but in reality we want X3F padding. Is that it? Does that satisfy you? No. But we do bind it with the right stage, right? To Vulkan stage. Yeah, we do that correct. Huh. Weird. Try to comment out active chart. Yeah, that's a good point. Let's do it here. Well, actually, that one is a little bit more complicated, maybe. Let's do the edit one that is easier. So this one, this one, this one. And then let's move that to the bottom, because then we don't have any padding issues, right? Like we don't affect the padding. And then let's move that up, and this should still be the same size. And then we will remove it. But according to the documentation, it's a UN64, which is bizarre that it behaves like that then. Alright, so are we the right shader? Shader path. Edit. Perfect. Size 64. Which I think is wrong. Although that might be correct. Wait a second, 64. Command, no, terrain. Panel. So it's like that. And then this is... Can I not debug that? 48. Okay, no, so it's definitely too much. 60. Wait a second. A reference align. Well, we can make that... How do I comment that out best? I mean, I guess I comment it out like that, but then I need to remove it everywhere else as well. Otherwise we won't compile. So we get rid of all of those. And I think that's it. Or, okay, well, we have this one as well. So let's just do that. And that should do it. I don't think it needs to be that, or? Wait, maybe it needs to be? Did I do it wrong? I might have done it wrong. Is that the mistake? So we have position, and that's a vec2 of that. I mean, maybe? Position reference. No, but see, he does as well position references like that in the push constant, and that is that. And I have the same thing. So this is my volume chunks. Those are my active chunks. And then I have this in the references. The size and alignment of a buffer reference is 8 bytes. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. But then this should have worked. Does he use a different layout? No. Hmm. Yeah. I think I commented everything. Probably. Or we will find out. If we crash, then we didn't. Did I not have a breakpoint? Oh, cool. I removed it. Stupid me. $65. What? That doesn't make a lot of sense. 65. How? Why? What? Oh no, now it makes sense. Yes. 65 makes sense because now it... Where is it? Terrain panel. So it basically goes down to this, right? Which is the 65. Or not. 65. Wouldn't 65 doesn't make... Never mind, I take it back, it doesn't make sense. Is that the correct shader? Yeah, exactly. It makes... In that sense, it makes sense. But I'm not quite sure how it adds up in terms of like the whole size. Because... So that is 3 times 4, right? Which is 12. And then we add 4 here, plus 4. So we are at 16. Then we add another plus 4, so we are at 20. We add another 3 times 4, so we are at 32. Right? Then we add another 2 times 4, so 8. So we are at 40. And then we need to properly align, we need another vec2 here. Right? So that we align to 48. That's my math. But it seems like it's not. It seems like somewhere some weird thing is happening. Which I'm not quite sure of what happens. That it would... Can I... Wait, can I actually go back? Let's add a space here. Can I iterate the members? Compiler get Member types. Can I get the offset of the members somehow? Compiler get member name. Type struct member offset. Maybe? So let's do for each. Well, for use 32 member index less than member count. Offset member offset. Compiler get type struct member offset. Can I do compiler get member? That's maybe not so easy. Get when I can maybe get the member name. What am I doing actually here? Maybe I'm doing that here? Okay, buffer name. Okay, yeah. Position 12, offset 0. Perfect. Beautiful. Oh, I saved it already. Member name cell size 4, offset 12. Beautiful. Size 4, offset 16. Makes sense. That is bad. We did +4. Because it needs to be like that, or dropped my thing. So we need the padding and then the rest, because this needs to be aligned. Because for some, yeah, I think this one always needs to be aligned to a perfect thing. So with that, I think we will be smaller. $40, which I think makes sense. So 40 now makes sense because we are perfectly aligned and we even don't need the 8 padding. Okay. Okay. So in that case, can't we do this? So that one and then just kick that out and just be like that. Size 36. Did I? So that's 12, 16, another 16 is 32, plus 4 is 36. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So far, so good. That makes perfect sense. So in the terrain panel, we can make it like that. So we do this. And then we do that. And we strip away that. And we are at 30. Not 36. Why? Oh, because we align it to the biggest one, right? Because we align it to this one. Stop it. C++, stop it. That will not change anything, right? It's, I think the I think it's the fact that we have this one here. We would need to do it like that. Then it's 36, yeah. How would I do that? I mean, I guess I could do keep it as is, right? But then do this at the top. And that would shrink it. Okay, it doesn't. Thought it would. Okay, maybe not. Ah, because we still need the padding at the end, right? So here we have the padding of like another U32. Right. So that is actually irrelevant here. Can have it like that. It's just that we have this padding here. That sucks. I mean, I guess we could do it and then we do it here as well. Because for now we just... Yeah, whatever, we do it. And then we have... I will look at that. Maybe I find a way how to do that better. I guess I could leave C++ alone and then just get the size we need to sync from the reflection. That could work. But it doesn't really matter too much. Okay, so that works. And that might have actually been a bit of an issue. Okay, but then this is fine. This is not fine. So we need to do it like that, right? Probably. Oh. Yeah. Yes, exactly. We need to do it like that and that like that. Yeah. And then in the generate, well, actually the init has a problem, right? It probably has to be like that. And then it's aligned again. And then here, that needs to be where that one can actually just be left out. But if we would do the padding, we would need it here. Yeah, that is something I would need to look at. I'm not sure. I think I use it in Matrix 4 or Matrix 3. Yeah. Here I have a line as. But I'm not sure if I would want to use it, but let's see what that does. Onyx align. We probably align at 4. Does that make sense? And then if I remove that, he just ignores it. So I think it doesn't really do anything. I think that was the thing, that it doesn't really... I mean, align as peg maybe? Okay, well, maybe... Okay, align as... Okay, well, that didn't work. I'd even... or throw an arrow if... See, it says alignment 8 even though I say align as 4. I think it doesn't go below that. Because if I go align as 16, it goes to 16, but... I cannot go below that here. Yeah. I can't go below that. And I don't think there is a way to force it. I'm wondering if I do that. But even that, no, because the alignment is at the end here. We have the we pay for the alignment here. And yeah, there's no way around it, it seems like. It is kinda sad. It is. I mean, maybe there is a way. I mean, I could break that up, right, and write into the memory and split the uint. That would work. Basically, like, do that, have that as 2, and then we are at 36, right? Because then he aligns it to the U4. To the alignment of 4, yeah. So, might be something we could investigate. So where was I? Oh, we're streaming already quite longer than I wanted to be honest. But I wanted to test it one more time with if we can get rid of the errors in the validation. I don't know if I changed everything. I probably didn't actually generate mesh paths. Which one did I change now? Here, this one, right? That's the generate volume. So this one. Wait a second. It was like this, right? But it should be... Is that all I did? Oh no, the init as well I changed. So this one we get rid of. Then those two. Are like that. And then here. Ah, we did this, right? I did this. And then I have those two and that padding is gone. Then this is 40. This is 56. And that probably aligns now. I think that was it. Which was at least one issue. But it's probably not the issue that we crash. The crash is somewhere else. Which is something we have to find out. So I think I can get rid of that padding, it doesn't really matter. The following is treated as an error. Stop it. Don't tell me. Distance grid. Active chunk. Cell size. And that. Alright, so we have here our error log in the background. Let's create 2 and we still got validation errors. Great. But now for the other one. Offset 0 and size 56. Offset 0, size 556. Ah, it's this one probably. Where we do because we go to 56, but in reality we are here with the 32. All right, we have some padding here. So in reality, this is uint padding 0, heading 1, heading 2, and I do it like that so that we don't have the same issue with the vector again that needs to be aligned somehow. I think that's fine. Yep. We're... Oh, well, I need to scroll down. Yes, but we are gone. Yeah, we have fixed it. So that was the issue. But now if I draw again, we will crash. Yeah. Alright. Well, actually it didn't... Oh no, it crashed completely. Alright. We will figure that out tomorrow. But I think the ray trace is probably working. Because we don't crash. So I'm not quite sure where it has problems, but yeah. That's something we will be able to figure out. Thank you very much though for joining, as usual. Really appreciate it. We will see each other tomorrow again for another stream, and hopefully fixing this edit, and then we can go over it and polish the edit flow, because it's basically dynamic and scales now with the word, but it's probably not how I would want it in the end. But yeah, really happy that people tune in during the week. Let's see who we can raid. Why is there Twitch, please? Oh, there's really nobody of my usual suspects available anymore at this time of the day. Then let's see, we will do the obligatory search for Vulcan, which probably doesn't return anyone again. Because, yeah, as I thought, nobody does Vulcan. Let's see if we find someone who is doing C++ as well. No. Well, sad. Let's actually do that. He doesn't have the C++ tag, which is... Ah, he has a CPP tag. Okay. Well, I should probably add that myself as well. Let's go there. Let's see what he does. Game dev, C++, assembly, low-level shenanigans. Let's see what he is up to. Thank you very much for joining. See you tomorrow. Have a nice rest of your evening. Bye-bye.
Pudding. Cat is meowing at me. Alright, I'm gonna give him some food. I'll be right back. Want some grub? Hey! Thanks for the raid. AK elements. Much appreciated. Wow, is very nice.
_elements just followed.
Thanks for the follow. So I'm working on an operating system for a game. So the game has an in-game computer which is fully simulated, and I'm working on the default operating system at the moment. Yes. Oi, how do you know? Ah! Aaron. So, well, nice seeing you around. So this is my hobby project, right? How the heck did you get here? So this is my hobby project that I've been working on for 13 years. Oh, I see. So you're just raiding someone that was working on C++, and then you just noticed it was me. Yeah, so best creeper. So basically, I don't know. We don't work in the same company, but we kind of work together through contract work. Yeah. Yeah. So what this is about is first, no, Ludi's okay. Ludi is okay with me working on this because when I signed the contract with Ludio, it was a typical thing that you can't work on anything on your free time because they own everything. But I was like, nah, this needs to change. My free time is my free time. so, so, so I can work on my projects just fine. Um, so this is, I want to make a space-based game. So you have your own spaceship, and then the spaceship has the ship computer, which happens to be fully simulated, right? And if you want to code, you can change anything. So I have the tool chain for it. So yeah, exactly. But it's like you just need to read the contract, right? Because most people don't read it, and most companies don't really do it like it's not malicious intent. It's just the default thing, right? That's why progress for this has been so slow because when I was at Epic Games, I couldn't work on this. I had no permission. I tried to get permission a few times, but got refused. I I got permission to work on some of my open source libraries, but not on this project. Let's see if I can just show you what I have. So this is a custom editor. Uh, this is kind of like a view into the computer. So the computer is actually being simulated remotely because it's a server. So a server will be simulating all the computers, and it's already running remotely. So if we go here, right, you can see that the editor is connecting to a server, and then the server will be simulating thousands of computers. And no, I've tested it. I can simulate thousands of computers on one single server because the specs for the computers will be low, right? So it's fine. Um, let's say I already have a preemptive kernel um, that you can actually run several processes. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. I'm gonna follow before I forget. I had no idea you were streaming. Let me see. Oh, I don't use that app though. I don't use it. It's called Blue Sky. I don't use it. It's kind of like competing with Twitter, isn't it? I don't use it. Huh. Fancy. When it comes to graphics, I'm such a noob. I could really, use some learning there. But I have plenty of work to do as it is.